Peace and blessings. Man, Joe, just want to tell my little testimony. Sit here and just give my testimony how good God is. Just grateful, man. Happy Thursday, Felice Juarez. Happy Wednesday as well. I just made a video earlier of my connection when connecting, so I was really talking to myself. It was all right. I had a nice little message. I was trying to talk, but connection didn't connect. But anyway, I'm just sharing my testimony on how good God is and how important it is to be obedient to Christ, right? Like when you set a promise, you got to be a man and woman of your word when you promising God for certain things in your life that you want, that you need, right? It's like it's hard to trust what you can't see and sometimes what you can't hear. But to be holy is to be set apart from the world. And when you set apart from the world, you can hear God. And God is not a part of this world. God speaks to us in many ways. He just wants our attention. Just like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, they try to get your attention. It's the same way with God. He tries to speak to us in a way that we can hear him. And when we so full of the world, we can't hear God. But the beauty of being obedient to God is this, right? Like he could make the master plan for your life. Like I've been out here struggling, going through different things, just like everybody else in the world, going through whatever they're going through. But with me, it's like I've been praying to God to let go of the weed habit. It's a strong addiction, a strong hold on my life. When I lost my little sister Angela, I had just stopped smoking weed for 8 months. And that night was just so much on me. I started smoking again. That was back in 2011, and I haven't stopped since. And I also went to jail for 7 months. That was the only reason I stopped. And the only reason I stopped was because I couldn't get weed in jail. But I was praying to God in jail, like, you walking with me, talking with me. I know you protecting me. What's gonna stop me from being obedient to you? Yo, what up? I am just Coral. I love that name. Peace and blessings. So yeah, I used to pray, read my Bible, and God was leading me to Deuteronomy 28, and it's the blessings of God saying you can be the head, not the tail, lead you to the land of milk and honey, different things like that, right? Deuteronomy 28. And as I was reading, I was getting happy. I was like, yo, this is what I need. This is what I want. And then it was like, once you get all of this, once I bless you, you're gonna turn your back on me. And I was sad about that. I was like, Lord, why would I do such a thing? I don't feel like that I would. But it was kind of like the same thing with Judas, right? When they had the Last Supper. He was like, one of y'all gonna betray me tonight. And the same one that betrayed him was like, it ain't me, I ain't gonna do it. But he did it. And it's just because God knows our hearts. And sometimes it's not about us not being obedient. It's just about we too worldly life. And these are the temptations that'll get us to turn our backs on God. So I was like, Lord, what is it? What would stop me from being obedient and, being in your grace and your favor? And I had dreams night after night of me smoking weed. So I was like, wow, weed, it don't seem that bad, but I don't think that I really have an issue with it. I don't think that it'll be nothing to stop me from hearing your voice and being obedient. And that's exactly what it was and what it has been. I tried to stop. I tried multiple times, plenty of times. And, it's just not as easy as I thought because once you have a habit, it's hard to break the habit, especially if you don't replace it with something different. So a few nights ago, I've been fasting, trying to switch up what I do, trying to, be a man of my word. And I had a dream. It was kind of frightening, but it was God telling me like, yo, I know what you're going through and I'm gonna help you. And the dream was about, it was symbolic, but it was like, yo, my bad, I'm losing connection again. But yeah, it was like What up, Randy Isadora? Peace and blessings. So it was like the dream was this, right? It was me hurting someone, but I looked it up. I was like, what was that about? It was kind of weird. I hope that's not something that's going to happen. And it was symbolic of the old me dying and the new me being birthed. A new spiritual path of me is going to be my reality, and that's what it has been these past couple days. I haven't been smoking. I haven't been even fiending for a taste. But today was kind of hard for me. I'm full of anxiety, right? Because I haven't been smoking. I haven't been thinking about it. But um, it was like, Lord, what should I do? What can I do? And He was like, go to the store. I know what you want. I know what you need. Just go to the store. And I go to the store, and everything I wanted and needed was right there, right? No money. But I have what I want to need. And I'm like, that ain't nothing but God. He told me to go to the store an hour ago, but I was debating if I should go or not because it's getting late and I was sitting there watching The Wire. I don't know if y'all ever seen The Wire before, but it's a good TV show. And if you haven't seen it, if you have seen Power or anything like that, basically that's what The Wire is about. Everything came from The Wire. Power, Nemesis, Top Boy, all of these TV shows similar but different, but they all originate from The Wire. The Wire was the first one of those type of TV shows that got all this stuff going on, you know. Yeah, I'm losing my connection. I can't see this full moon. You know, a lot of people do rituals with these full moons. Let me tell y'all one thing if y'all into this type of stuff, right? And it's whatever you want to do with it. But on the full moon, usually what they do is this. Um, you'll get you a water bottle or something like this, right? You fill it up with water, something that's clear. And what you do is you fill it with water, and you while you filling it, you putting your intentions in there, your emotions in there, because water captures memories. So if you feeling like, all right, I'm pouring in money in this bottle, I'm pouring in good health, good wealth, and abundance of opportunities, and then you fill it up and let that moon soak it up. You'll take that cup and you'll drink it all up before the moon is gone, and you filling yourself up uh, with those good energy, with those good vibes, and that memory from the water, and you be full of it, and then you manifest whatever it is that you putting into it. I did it like 2 or 3 times before, and it worked. I did it for money, but it was like, it felt a little weird. It works, but it's just something I noticed, something that people do. So yeah, if you ever to them full moon rituals, tonight is a night. I don't really do all that stuff, brute work or whatever. I just believe that God gonna provide for me. So I stopped getting into all of that type of stuff, some worldly stuff, right? How can I be putting power in my own hand, also trying to trust God to have God move in my life with His power, right? It's a contradiction. So that's why I stopped it. The more you get into that stuff, the further you move away from God. Just like when Jesus took sin on Himself, God turned His back on Him because God is not into sin. He don't applaud sin. He don't condone it. You know what I'm saying? Like He turns His back on sin. And when you turn your attention to the world, you're turning your back on God. And God's, like I was saying, be trying to get your attention and turn you back away from those worldly things so that you don't experience these worldly consequences. And I'm just sharing my testimony on how real it is, the spiritual world, and how wicked it is as well, and how you could be easily tempted to fall into line with these worldly things and slowly but surely fall down a spiraling loop, a downward spiral. I was just having a toothache from this anxiety and stressing, and now everything is feeling well. One thing I gotta warn y'all though, when you choose Jesus Christ, the world chooses to turn their back on you. And the world chooses to prosecute you the same way they did Jesus. That's what comes with this. It's no walk in the park. But it's an interesting journey, intricate nevertheless, because you know who's on your side and who has your best intentions, who got your back. And all of the bad that goes to you, God turns it around for good. Like all of the stuff that I'm going through, a lot of stuff that I'm going through currently. I'm not sitting here to brag about my problems or make excuses or complain. But I'm living life and I'm going through things, and this is my journey. This is my experience, right? This is my story. And the thing about it is this, like everything that I've been going through, as hard as it is, it's putting me in position to be having my best days ahead of me. And one thing I've been learning about trials and tribulations is that this, right? I heard this, and I'm not sure if I'm going to explain it the right way, but hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. All ships rise when the tides wave, right? Meaning, when you the captain of your boat, the sailor of the sea, you're going to be going through things. When that tide rises and you having a good times, you up, you up. And when you down, you down. But that doesn't mean abandon the ship when you're down, because that's be the moment where your best things come through, your character building, your experience, all type of things. And as soon as you decide to abandon your ship, you realize like, man, if I would have just held on a little while longer, I'd be happy. My struggles would have been all right. I would have made it through. And that's why I brought up The Wire, because what I noticed as far as a few main characters, their companions, their girlfriend, their wives, the boyfriend, whoever, right? These people are going through things. They're in moments in their life where it's easy to give up because the journey is starting to be a little scary, uncertain, and it starts to be to the point where it's easy to give up and go try something else. And like I was saying, their companions were tempting them to get off course, to go an easy route, and they choose not to. And as soon as they continues to stay on their ship, their situation changed and changed way better. One guy, I ain't gonna spoil it, but yeah, if y'all want to check it out, check it out. But one thing I'll warn y'all is it is a little rated R. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like all of them random sex scenes and stuff like that, they do have that up in the. I don't call that random sex stuff. Like I get it, like y'all finna do something or whatever, whatever. But that's just that. Like I don't like to be looking at all that type of stuff for real, for real. Because it's already a perverted world we live in there. Everybody over sexualized and diseases running rampant. I don't want to be putting myself in them type of situations. You got to protect yourself, man. Everything that look good ain't good. Everything that glitters ain't gold. You got to learn how to love yourself before you could be around somebody else to love on them and expect people to be loving you correctly. I'm single, yeah, but that doesn't mean I'm thirsty for companionship, right? I need somebody who's godly, like who has their own journey ahead of them, who has goals, right? Because I can't make nobody happy if you're not already pursuing happiness yourself. That's what I do every day. I pursue happiness, and when I'm happy, I keep that. And then whenever something disrupt my peace, I'm back on my pursuit of happiness. What that looks like for me is different. It's different for everybody. But I know what it takes for me to be happy, right? I don't need nobody to be like, oh, you got to make me happy or I'm not going to be with you. Like, no, that's a burden that you carry along until you figure out what it is that satisfies you. Even when you step into a relationship, you got to know how to speak on what your needs is, right? You can't be expecting your partner, your companion to understand what it is that you need from them. And that's how you learn to communicate in a healthy way. Not being mad because somebody not performing the way that you expected them to and you ain't really told them what you need from them. I'm not saying that this y'all, but I'm just speaking in general, because everybody on my channel, we all got a similar mindset, and I really rock with y'all. I appreciate y'all. All of my new subscribers as well. Peace and blessings, much love. And what I am doing on July 3rd, if y'all want a piece of the action, I'm doing a cash giveaway. So to be a part of that, just become one of my subscribers. I'm gonna just go through the list and pick a few subscribers to get them cash. Um, I will be sending PayPal, Vero, Venmo, whatever your financial institution is where you can receive a direct deposit or wire transfer. This will be my third annual giveaway from Team Angie. This is my fourth year in business come September 22nd. So yeah, I'm proud of my journey that I've been going through. I'm proud of everybody that's been rocking with me. And the way I show love back is by giving back. We all could use some cash from time to time, so that's how I do it. I've been having a rough year, but I still gonna continue to do what I do. What up, Randy Isadora? Peace and blessings. But yeah, I'm trusting in God. I'm walking with God, and I'm enjoying this journey. We're traveling through rough terrains. Not every day looks bright and sunny, but I'm excited on what's to come. I got a lot of stuff I'm looking forward to, and I'm gonna share that with y'all as those moments approach. I just shared some on Facebook too, like you're not really living life while you waiting on moments that may never happen. You make these moments moment by moment by being present in the present, being aware, and that's something I feel like everybody should be aware of. The other thing too, right? Like Chat GBT. I'm finna make this dope little cartoon character of myself. Really, what I'm about to do is this, right? I'm gonna tell it to my bad. We starting this. I see this chick. She put a little Chat GBT thing out, like make yourself a cartoon character and place you with the cartoon from Nickelodeon or whatever that you would fit with. He was with the Proud Family, so I was like, that's dope. I'm about to go ahead and try the Chat GBT challenge to see what it come up with for me, and I'm gonna share that with y'all. I still do digital marketing. I still got digital products, but that's one thing that I'm going through right now as far as my website. One of my websites is down right now, and I'm going through what's it called, the customer service right now, waiting on them to get right with me. So I don't know how long it's gonna take. But in the meanwhile, I do have my other website up and running, and I'm in service for y'all. Mental health awareness is what I advocate for, and I have plenty of resources. I'm a walking resource center. If you want to learn how to be your own boss, start your own company, you could hop in my email list, and I could share the resources that I have for you all. We make money online. I got a lot of passive income that comes around. I got multiple streams of income. But if you're looking to make passive income, that's what I specialize in. A private consultant in the public relations industry. And I love helping people. It's what I do best. But my phone is dying. I need to go in and charge it. Just wanted to share with you all how great God is. Share my testimony of what He's doing in my life. All these miracles, all these doors He's opening up. And if you want to get to know Christ, all you have to do is invite Him into your life, accept the Holy Spirit. Believe that Jesus died for your sins and He will help you rise through your challenges and tribulations. And if you're new to my channel, would you please consider subscribing? And if not, I appreciate you for watching. Well, yeah, peace and blessings from Team Angie. Much love to all of you.